Here's where we're starting this month. More graduate students than ever before are taking courses and completing degrees online. Now for the question. Does this mean that they are missing something? Something of that intangible nature that comes from studying together on a single campus?
It wasn't always this way. In just the past decade, the tools of distance instruction have become a substantial part of graduate education. Students can log into a lecture in whatever particular state of array or disarray they happen to be in, far out of eyeshot of the professor. So let's take Chris, for example. It's not his real name or handle, but he in the past year has worked in the US, in Asia, and Africa, all while pursuing a master's degree from a London university. He juggles life as both a full-time business consultant and a student, working through his coursework online at night. Chris says he misses the camaraderie of being around his fellow students, but he had that experience as an undergraduate. To interact with other students, he would probably just be logging into an online social networking site anyway.
Having spent the bulk of our careers on the opposite sides of the classroom, Aaron and I have slightly different views on distance education. To me, technology is not the cause, but the effect. The idea always precedes the act. In a distant time, Western higher education was founded on the idea of developing the whole person, the spiritual, moral, athletic, social, and intellectual aspects of character. With the idea of the whole person came the notion that education was best done on an isolated campus. But then educators pulled the pieces apart. They dropped spiritual education long ago. The moral education became ethical education, which is not quite the same thing. Athletic education? Well, that became the business of college sports. Finally, we have chipped away at social education, claiming that the university is only responsible to impart knowledge and to roll back that musty fog of ignorance. Having reached that point, the principal question becomes, how cheaply can we disseminate knowledge? Currently, many educators seem to believe that the technology of distance education will reduce the cost of disseminating knowledge. But knowledge is still only one part of adult life. The athletic, the social, the moral, and even the spiritual aspects still have their place. We tend to learn those things through observation and interaction. Activities that are not well done using a web browser or an open chat room or even TweetDeck.
A more coy co-columnist might respond to David by saying that chat rooms are so 2001. But I might lose the point that students do socialize through social media and through online tools. We're talking tagged photos, status updates, texts, tweets. If social networking sites are the proverbial university yards, say, text messages are simply the new notes on the dorm room door. Students with spouses, full-time employment, disabilities, or dependents are much more likely to enroll in distance education than their peers. Still, the increase in graduate degree-seeking students from distance education seems to be coming from those people who simply feel that they don't need the other parts of graduate education. Without physical barriers to joining a class, experts project that the U.S. can significantly increase its number of graduate degree holders. It's just now up to students, to parents, educators, and their mentors who have to decide which life lessons they want to come with that degree.
This has been /. It is based on a column that appears in the May 2012 issue of Computer Magazine. You can learn more about Computer Magazine and the Computer Society, which publishes it, on computer.org. We need to thank Freddie Mac for our theme, and this is David Allen Greer for Aaron Dumbacher and /. Take care.